What's up, guys? Welcome back. I am Denver Gamer, and today we have Retro Rivals here, and we are doing the original Xbox, I have to say that, Player's Guide. The thing about the Xbox is weird, though. Before we get started, when the Xbox 360 came out, we used to call the original Xbox the Xbox One. Then they came out with the Xbox One, then the One S, then the One X, now the Series X. They just need to hire us to name their consoles for them.
Oh my god!
What's the next console going to be called?
Who knows?
The Series XS F. I don't know. I have no idea. So how you guys doing today?
Good.
Pretty good.
It's actually nice in Canada, and by nice in Canada, I mean it's a plus 6
Celsius.
Well, I live in Colorado, so we get pretty cold.
Does it get pretty cold?
Yeah, we had like a negative 10 about a month ago, something like that.
Wonder what that would be the equivalent for us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Math, not my strong suit.
I'm from the United States. I'm terrible. We have like our terrible own set of measurements, that the rest of the world doesn't use, just us.
No,
we use some of them, but we don't use all of them.
Right on.
When I say we, I mean Canadians.
I love Canada. I want to visit.
We're coming to the U.S., right?
You can stay with me.
Well, we're going. Well, how far are you from North Carolina? Or wait, no, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Why am I keep saying North Carolina?
North Carolina's about. It's like 1,000 miles of time zone. I don't know. Something like this. Pretty far.
That's pretty far.
Yeah.
So we got together. We wanted to do an original Xbox Player's Guide. I feel like the system is starting to kind of slide off, and a lot of these games are being really forgotten. So
I do too.
The system itself is underappreciated, and I don't know why, because when you look at sales numbers, they outsold GameCube, I think, for the most part, but GameCube is exploded.
Yeah, now that's getting highly collectible.
Yes, well, all you see right now is GameCube, Wii U, and then a lot of DS stuff because the store is closing. But Xbox has a fantastic lineup.
Don't have any fanboys.
And
Xbox fanboys.
So what we did for everybody watching, we each took, we went and found 10 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we picked 10 games that we thought you should play, but there's so many games that we're gonna have to do a follow-up, a bunch of them probably. I don't know. I really want to have you guys back. And
how many Xbox games do you have in your collection? I got a bulldog under me right now. How many games do you have? I've got I have a shelf that lines the full length of my wall, and we're well over 100. I just don't know how many.
I think we're closer to 200.
I have to be between 200 and 300, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have an entire DVD shelf just full of them, and I have another one that's half full.
Well, when we tried to pare down some games, we struggled.
I didn't really want to get rid of my Xbox stuff. Yeah. I was getting rid of some. People don't freak out. I was getting rid of the PS2 copies that I had doubles of, that were also on the Xbox.
They're most of the time they're better on the Xbox. They're rarely better on the PS2, and it's the same for the 360 and the PS3. I know my buddies at Figsy and Will are gonna not like to hear that, but most of the time the Xbox 360 outdid the PS3, except for a couple occasions, and then the Xbox outdid the PS2. It just had better hardware, and I'd say it's even more prominent on the original Xbox. How much of a difference it is.
I understand. Yeah.
So we're gonna go back and forth. I have some honorable mentions. I'm actually gonna save those for the end.
Okay.
All right,
people are going to be like, where the hell are these games? Well, a lot of them had remasters, and we'll get into those later. So I will start off, and we'll go back and forth, and we'll talk about these games one by one. All right? And I'm going to start out with Soul Calibur 2.
Nice.
And okay, first of all, if you've never played it, guys, I'm sure you have one of these. It's a one-on-one fighter. It's a kind of fantasy characters almost with weapons. Lots of unlockable characters. But what's interesting about this is we have Spawn in this one.
Exactly.
Yeah. And this is one you want to get all the different systems. You have Link in the GameCube version of this, Soul Calibur 2, and then you have Heihachi in the PS2 version. So each one of this round got a different guest character, and I love Spawn. I think the guys left Marvel to go create Image Comics, if I remember correctly, Todd McFarlane, and they made like these bloodier. I think they left Image, maybe DC or something, and they made like these bloody comics. As Image Comics is way into them, and Spawn was one of the ones I was really into. And the game still holds up today. It's very, very fun. They have
it's good. Like, graphically, it looks really good.
Yep. And they have let's see, unlockable joke weapons, if I remember correctly. Like they have like these ridiculous weapons you can unlock, stages, modes, characters, and Soul Edge weapons. And you'll see that if you play it. But that's my first one, Soul Calibur 2. I think it's a must play. Must pick up.
I'm gonna let Jenny go first.
Oh, I get to go first.
I'm taking them out for her because she has no control over what I'm bringing.
Whatever.
Half-Life 2.
I loved this game so much. So when I first started playing it, it gave me a little bit of nausea. So I almost put it down. I almost stopped playing it.
Is that like it's got to be a frame rate?
I think it is.
She struggled. She couldn't play Gears of War with me. She
no,
couldn't do it.
I couldn't play Gears of War.
Yeah, she was getting nauseous.
Do you know what I really appreciate about this game?
What's that?
It just kept getting better. I notice sometimes a game starts out really strong and they put all their effort into that first part of the game, and then it kind of like peters off in the end. This was one that I was just like, it just kept ramping up. It just kept getting better.
So without ruining any, because I haven't played this one, without spoiling a story, give me a taste of what it would be like to start off. What's the general story?
Oh, well, this is the thing. Like, I'm such a terrible person for following a story. You know what I like. I skipped through everything is the problem, and I just concentrate.
What's the game? First-person shooter?
Yes.
Survival horror by the looks of it?
No, it's not survival horror, although there are elements of it.
Alien invasion, I would say.
Yes. Yeah, more alien invasion. And you have elements where you're like first-person shooter, you're going around, you're killing everything, but then you're also on a boat, too. There's times where you're on a boat. Yeah. That was the stuff that made me nauseous. Yeah.
So you play as Gordon?
No, because you're on like a speedboat type of or something. Is it a speedboat or a?
You know, I honestly don't remember. It's been.
I can't remember either.
I think a speedboat
20 years ago, probably on the PC. Gordon Freeman is the main character's name.
Yes. Yeah.
And it is one of the most, I would say, desired sequels that haven't been made. Like, fans have wanted a sequel to this for so long. From, I think Valve did it.
Yeah, I didn't play it like this. I think I actually played it on the Orange Box.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had it on Orange Box. Yeah, that's how I got back into it, I would say.
It's really good. I think my favorite part of this game was the more survival horror element.
Remember little things that would like jump up on people's heads and control them?
Yes. Yeah. That was my favorite part of the game.
So we don't spoil it for them, but those things are creepy.
It's really good.
I mean, it looks good, and from what I've seen you play,
it's awesome.
Or
cool. It's awesome
with the great big giant. I don't know if it's like robots, and they can like kind of take you out. They're like great big, like I'm looking at. Yes,
is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to steer clear of them. It's just, I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I feel like I'm not doing this justice because when you play 40, 50 games a year, it tends to get lost in the shuffle a little bit. Yeah.
But I'm going to overlay. I'll be overlaying gameplay for people to see kind of what it looks like. But yeah, that's a good one. That's a must pick up.
Game. Definitely.
Or, and then
you put them over there.
You got the Orange Box too.
Yeah.
Now before I get into the next one more tidbit about that. There is there's some like fan made, I don't remember if it was like a canceled game that they brought to the public. I think it's called Blue Shift, or maybe it's another one. There are some fan made things and some releases that were done later by communities trying to get all the Half-Life content out there. Maybe it was a port. Maybe they ported Blue Shift to PS2 or something. I can't remember, but I'll put it in the description if I can. All right. Yeah. Next up, Star Wars games.
No. Denver goes next.
Oh, he's doing it again?
Chris goes next.
All
We go
right.
back and forth.
Okay, yeah, that's right. You got 10, don't you?
Okay.
We got 5 each. Yeah, go ahead. I got mixed up.
Republic Commando.
Nice.
This, now it did recently get a port to, I think, the Nintendo Switch, but this is still a great one to pick up on the Xbox. This has squad mechanics where you have 4 characters: Boss, Scorch, Sev, and Fixer. And each one kind of has different abilities, like to hack through a door or to blow, like blow up some explosives, stuff like that. I think you have a sniper, and the game is actually really, really fun. It kind of has an ending you wouldn't expect for a Star Wars game, kind of a little dark ending, a little bit. Nice. And I really enjoyed this game. They tried to do that HD remaster. I think it was on PS4 and Switch. But I still go back to the original Xbox. I like to play it on here. So what else do I have on my notes here? Made by LucasArts. I mean, God, wish there's more stuff. I wish LucasArts was kind of still around. It definitely has a cult following. So I'd recommend Republic Commando for sure.
Now
it's over to you.
Go.
All right. My first game I picked is Psychonauts. Now, I played this for the first time, I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And graphically, it holds up really well. Because it's like that cel-shaded kind of a cartoony look. And there's a lot of platforming, and you have like a lot of powers involved. Yeah. Telekinesis. I almost said psychokinesis, but that didn't make any sense. Not an overly difficult game.
Sure, that's why you freaked out.
I freaked out. There's a level at the end. I think it's called like the Meat Circus or something like that.
I think it is. Yeah.
The platforming on that one, I walked to the room at one point there. I was losing my mind, but it was a really good game.
Yeah.
I haven't played. There's a sequel now, or there's a number 2, and I haven't played that one yet. But this one here, I think it's been remastered on pretty much every console. I know it's on PS4 and the Xbox. I don't know about the Switch.
Yeah, it's on the Series X, so I have the digital version on the Series X, and I also got number 2, and I still haven't played 2, but I remember.
I haven't played 2 yet either.
Yeah,
that's a great game.
Isn't there a VR version?
I have no idea.
Am I making that up?
I don't know.
I feel like there may be something.
Are we talking like PSVR or Oculus?
PS.
Oh, okay.
VR, possibly. I might be making it up. For some reason, I thought I seen something like that.
There might be.
Anyway, like, I think you would enjoy this.
I think I would too.
You like your platforming, but this is like that 3D platforming dog kicking camera. See that? 3D kind of platforming. So, it's a little more difficult than you're just a side scrolling, jumping up and down, because you're gonna have to like aim your camera and go.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. It's not just. It looks like kind of a kiddie game, but I wouldn't call it a kiddie game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my tablet or yours?
What's that?
Oh, I heard a ding. I thought I turned.
Can you hear my Great Danes barking?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't care if it's streaming time. They're right outside the window here.
No, they don't care.
Yeah.
Teddy doesn't care either.
Yep. So the interesting thing about kind of cartoony graphics versus like graphics where they're trying to be realistic is like the cartoony ones way age better than anything that they're trying to be realistic. So Psychonauts has aged really well, and I have one coming up towards the end here that is very similar to Psychonauts, and in a way, and it is kind of aged really good too.
Nice.
All right, next up, I don't know if you guys have played this game. Okay. This is The Suffering, and then here's the sequel, The Suffering, The Ties That Bind.
Ties That Bind, yeah.
But this is a game where I'd say it's a third-person action game. You are a prisoner that is trapped in prison, and all of a sudden there's kind of like evil demons start invading the prison, kinda. And these monsters start coming out, and you're trying to escape the prison. Now, you're in there for a life sentence, I believe, for murdering your family, but that story kind of unravels. What else? The it's definitely a survival horror game. And when you, God, my dog Groot, he's like, rah, 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 rah.
Oh, ours is under the table there, kind of.
He disapproves. But this will make you not want to go to prison. You know, this is a this will get you scared straight.
So I should play that just in case.
Just in case you're thinking of doing something bad. No, this is a really cool. And my favorite genres are kind of survival horror. So I really love survival horror. And this is kind of just a hidden gem now. People don't mention it anymore, and I don't think it ever got ported anywhere ever again.
Just from the description of that, I'm getting a little bit of Manhunt vibes.
That's what I was thinking of when you said prison.
But you're not in prison the entire time.
Yeah, it's a huge prison, and you have to escape, and there's monsters coming after you, and they're pretty grotesque. It's pretty good. I would highly recommend it.
I think I would really like that one.
You should play it.
I could get on board. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I like all those survival horror games there. I grab for the Xbox. Yeah. I know she's gonna play them.
Oh yeah.
Survival horror is not my first go-to kind of game, unless I'm playing it with like a group or something. There.
Oh yeah.
I don't get scared. It doesn't scare me.
Well,
so
I don't get scared as easily either. But it's almost like adrenaline.
You want to see something? Go see BioShock there, her playing it for the first time. She doesn't get scared. Sure.
Well, I mean, that was back like a few years ago now.
BioShock was great.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I played that.
Oh, I'm getting that mixed up. It wasn't BioShock because you did the.
Oh no, not BioShock.
I'm Biohazard.
Biohazard.
Sorry.
Oh,
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, this is Jen's pick because she stole it from me. I'll probably have more to say than she does.
I don't know if you've played it, and I'm not a big racing fan per se, but Test Drive Eve of Destruction, so friggin' good. We compare this a lot to Wreckfest for anybody that hasn't played this.
If you've played Wreckfest and you go back and play this,
the inspiration.
You can see the inspiration there for sure.
Yeah, and this is a co-op game, which I love.
4-player.
It's 4-player. Yeah. So there's so many different challenges you can do, different cars you can pick. And this is what we wish Wreckfest could have been if they would have made it co-op.
Wreckfest could have been a split screen game there. Oh man, because this one here, there's so many different races. Like there's one race that you're driving and you're towing a trailer behind you, and those physics on a dirt road.
I remember
that gets wild. Yeah, and then there's a.
Go ahead.
Sorry, there's another one that comes to my mind is that. There's two groups of cars, and they're going like one group goes counterclockwise, and then the other group goes clockwise. And if you're in first place, the AI will aim to take you out.
Oh yeah,
they tried it. They aimed for you.
And that's very much like Wreckfest because you'll be going around that figure 8.
Oh yeah, that one was worse. That one was way worse. Oh, you could see it coming. I'm like that. You're calling him all kinds of names, and he's gonna get me. Oh yeah, the school bus races. Like, there's so much inspiration that Wreckfest took from this. I swear. It's
so much
So
fun.
I did play that
the music's good
once or twice. I remember there's some destruction derby kind of modes too, right?
Well, the whole game is kind of like a destruction kind of a.
But there's one
smash up derby. But even though it's races,
like an arena, there's like an arena mode too, right?
Yeah.
There's one that's the point that is just to like destroy every vehicle and be the last man standing kind of deal. Yeah. I think was there a lawnmower in this one, or is that the other one?
I know there was one in Wreckfest. I can't remember if they had lawnmowers in that, but like I wouldn't be one bit surprised. Hilarious. Like there's so much inspiration that was taken from this game to go for Wreckfest. It's uncanny.
Yep. I actually have that one on the PS2, and I'm still looking for it on the original Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have it on the PS2.
Yeah, we don't have it on the PS2.
I think I talked about that game before on a pickup video or something, and then somebody else told me to pick this one up. It's on the PS2, and I can't even see it from here. But I have other games similar to that that's on the PS2.
Yeah, I remember another one called Destruction Derby. I think for the Saturn, if I remember.
Oh, okay.
I think that was one of the first ones to. I got a couple extras. I'll have to send you one.
Oh, really?
I'll buy one off you.
Yeah.
I'll buy one off you. I don't know what the shipping is going to cost.
Yeah, really shipping does suck when I send stuff to you guys.
Shipping's crazy.
All right. Checking out my notes here, what I wrote down. This game is definitely forgotten, and that is Jade Empire. Now, this is very similar to Knights of the Old Republic. This is made by BioWare, but the kind of like the system is very similar to that game. And in this, it's basically an action RPG with Chinese mythology, but also kind of some futuristic elements to it, I would say, too.
Okay.
It has a branching story, multiple endings. You can kind of do a good or evil path. And you can learn different kinds of martial arts in this game and learn kung fu, basically. And it's all kind of real-time combat. The story's about 20 to 30 hours probably of playthrough. And this one, I don't think this has been ported anywhere either. Now, they also had this, which was a special edition. Let me put this one down.
I think that's the one I have.
Yeah, it has kind of like a foil cover on there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't played that one yet.
Well, you know what? It has been recommended to me by a couple of different people. A Lightsaber Samurai was one of the first people that told me
that guy
where I started to get into RPGs.
Yeah, he is.
This is one that you need to play.
Yeah, this has. So I guess let's see. I guess I'm looking at the back here. I guess the special limited edition. I don't even remember what the limited edition content was, but looks like it came with 3 demos: Mech Assault Conquers and Forza Motorsport, and has a making of exclusive character and fighting style. Looks like it has an exclusive character, maybe. It should probably be about the same price, I would guess. They made a lot of these.
I don't know. Yeah, when I bought mine, it was still a cheap game. I don't know what it goes for now, but I think I paid like maybe less than $10
that's
Canadian.
The thing. We got most of our Xbox games.
Oh, I got so many of my games right before the pandemic bubble hit there.
It's gotten ridiculous. I think sealed games shot stuff up too. I mean, that whole sealed graded market just brought everything up. And
well, I think that's going to go, the sealed games especially, I think that's going to come up, and then I think it's going to go down.
I'm noticing it starting to come down already.
I've seen that too, and there's guys that I'm in like Facebook groups with that bought at the top.
Yeah.
And like, more power to you, want to collect sealed, but I like to open mine, look at the manual, pop it in the system and play it. You know, it's the,
I want to play my games.
I used to collect, not to go too far off topic, I used to collect coins a long time ago because my grandfather was a coin collector.
Yeah.
But they went into slabs and they went into a drawer or a box and they just sat there. And when I kind of got back into kind of this crazy stuff about 10 years ago, when I really got back to it hardcore, it's like, this is what I want to collect. It's interactive. You can take it out and play it. It's something you can do something with.
Friends play it. You can have conversations.
Oh, it's a whole conversation piece.
Yep. It's pretty awesome.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
So what you guys got?
Oh, I'm next. All right. Oh, this is my self-serving pick right here.
Self-serving pick.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. Yeah. Now, the reason I call it this is a self-serving pick because originally I started playing this with my son. We got about 2-3 hours into it, and then he kind of bailed on me. This is kind of a top-down, very Diablo-style game. And why I say self-serving is I'm going to make our group play this game very shortly. And I say our group, I say me, my wife, a friend of ours, Dennis, and we have another friend now, Rachel.
Yeah.
And so we have a foursome, and sometimes a fivesome that come over and play games when we have a 5-player game. But this one here, I want to get into it and go hardcore because we, as 3 of us, me, you, and Dennis, played through the Warhammer Chaos Bane.
Yeah. And then Diablo 2 we played through.
Diablo 2, yeah. So this one here.
Yeah, that's right up our alley.
For the little bit that I played of it, they're very much a Diablo-style game. It's probably a little darker in the graphics there. I probably bumped the contrast up or whatever on the TV. There are some little cinematic cutscenes in between certain missions and stuff, so it adds to it. Like I gotta play through it. I gotta play through it. So that's why it's my pick. It was good enough for me to like keep harassing people to want to let's play through it. Let's do it now.
Yeah, I would love to play through that.
So I saw that on your list, and I think it was the only one I haven't played. As I told you guys before the video, I had to look up gameplay on it, and it looks awesome. It looks a lot like Diablo. That 2.5D. It's almost like a top-down, but it's at an angle.
At an angle.
Viewpoint, I guess. Hack and slash. RPG elements. That it looks awesome. I think I'm gonna go. If I don't have a copy sitting around, I don't think I do. I'm probably gonna go buy it.
So, I don't think it's very expensive.
It looks cool.
It was actually a gift from a friend of mine that knows, like, I'm into like couch co-op games.
Yeah,
he got it because when he got married, I was one of his. No, we were on a groomsmen, but you were actually looking after his son.
Yeah, and we helped
baby.
out with some wedding stuff. Yeah.
So he gave it to me. I don't know what you got. I gave me a gift. Yeah.
I love it when you have a friend that's like, here, just take this. You're like, it's you know, you breathe life into something that's been sitting in a box for 20 years. So.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Is that me? That's me, right?
It's you.
All right. This game is absolutely ridiculous. It probably would not be released today. But there was a bunch of them. This is Outlaw Golf 2.
I played it.
Yeah, there was number 1. Yeah. There was 9 holes of Christmas, 9 more holes of Christmas, holiday golf. They had Outlaw Tennis, Outlaw Volleyball, Outlaw Volleyball Red Hot. This one, number 2, was so hilarious, first of all.
I played the first one.
Yeah, we didn't play the second one.
I don't even have 2.
Oh, man. So they add more characters in this one. You have, I don't know if they did this in the first one, but you have a caddy that you can beat up between like cutscene or between holes that you play. There are unlockable courses, and the final course is really cool. It's like kind of like a large miniature golf course. I mean, every hole is themed different, but it's just kind of like an arcade style golf game. I guess the one gripe I have is the swing is not the 3-button push swing. It's actually have to take the joystick.
I remember
I was going to say that.
Was rough.
Yeah.
For this swing,
but once you get used to it, it's okay. There's a mini game in this. I think it's called Cow Boom or something, where you golf, you hit the ball into a pasture of cows and it blows up the cows. It's like a grenade. It's kind of demented in some parts.
Yeah.
The developers definitely like the female figure. They're definitely a kind of a sex sells type of thing with the female.
Please tell me
people.
It's 4-player. I know it's 2-player for sure.
1 to 4. I always played it.
I
always played it for 2-player because my roommate and I, in my 20s, would always come back from the bar and play this, you know, and like hours. I mean, out of the Xbox games I have, this probably got one of the most playtime for me was this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy how much I played that.
I don't even have that one.
Yeah, we have to get that.
It's cheap. It's like $10.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's because I'm going to have to get it on eBay probably because I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen 1 lots of times.
Yeah, lots of times.
Never seen 2.
2 is where it's at.
Yeah. Nice. Right. We'll have to pick it up.
I'm going to get that one.
Awesome.
Jenny's turn?
I think so.
Jenny. It's your turn, Jenny.
Jenny just played this maybe a month ago or so.
No.
A couple months?
You have no idea what's going on.
I'm on night shift. I'm a night shift worker. I don't know what time it is.
Cold Fear, if there was ever a game, and I know remakes are hot right now, if there was ever a game that needed a remake, this does, because it's so damn dark, and the controls need to be updated. But if you can get past all of that, it is Resident Evil on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
It is so freaking cool. I had the best time with this game. It was a little bit challenging, some of the, like, just moving around the boat because of how dark it was.
Well, the boat's constantly rocking, too.
That's what I love.
Well, yeah, so it's adding another level of
like
difficulty.
When you're on the deck
try
of
to
the boat,
shoot people, right?
And then sometimes, too, like, if you don't time running past the water that comes up on the side of the boat, you'll get hurt. You'll get injured.
Yeah.
It's a really fun game.
I didn't play much of it. I put it in for like a hot minute, maybe an hour when I bought it. And I was like, this is cool, but it's really not my genre. But I knew she was
100% my genre.
It's a fun game. Well, fun's not the right word. It's a good survival horror game. Yes. I remember the controls, like you said, being a little clunky. And I remember every time that you went through a door into like another area, there was like this long pause between. And it kind of threw off the momentum of the game.
That's true.
If you can look past that, it is a great survival horror title for the Xbox by far. I mean, it's definitely something to put in your collection, especially if you like survival horror.
But I think if this game could be remade, like they don't have to do anything different with the story. Just leave it as it is. Update the graphics and the controls.
Even just a remaster, if you don't
get remaster.
And that looks pretty good. If they remastered it, it would probably look PS4 quality, you know.
Oh yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, so man, it's kind of crazy how many companies leave their IPs just to die. Like Half-Life. I just can't fathom why they did that.
I don't understand either, because that was a phenomenal game.
Maybe that one was kind of a flop. I don't know. But I don't know how well
I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, but I will hear the odd person mention it, and anybody that does always says
you can get that on the PS2 also, but I don't know about the GameCube.
Oh, the PS2 copy is way more expensive.
Way more expensive. Well, and that's the good thing there for people that are watching this. If you don't have an Xbox collection started, it is one of the cheapest consoles to get into.
Yeah. Collecting. It's not bad.
Isn't that strange? How it's cheaper, but usually plays better on the Xbox.
Exactly. Well, PS2 is like what the best-selling console of all time.
Of all time.
Has a lot more fans than the original Xbox. It's just kind of like I said, it's kind of sliding off, and people are forgetting about this stuff. It's got a ton of exclusives, and then the Xbox One had like no exclusives. I mean, it had like 20 of them or something. But they used to on the 360 and the original Xbox have a ton of exclusives.
And
looks like they're starting to swing back in that direction, because PS4 just killed the Xbox One.
Oh my god!
Like when I look at my collections, just to compare the difference between Xbox One and
God of War,
PS4,
you can name like 30 of them. So
easily.
I do believe Days Gone was only on the PS4 as well, right?
Yeah, it was.
Playing as a biker out in the country fighting zombies. Yeah. All right. I had to include a racing game. This I can imagine this is on most systems, but this is Burnout 3 Takedown. Now, what's there to say about Need for Speed, Burnout, Project Gotham Racing? This one is a very high octane arcade style racing game. It has emphasis on like crashes and destruction. It's extremely immersive. Like, you feel like the way it races in this game, it feels like you are just like blowing through these tracks, and like everything's flying by you. It is really cool, and it has that takedown mechanic to where you crash into somebody and you get points for doing so.
Like that's what I do in every racing game. This is the game I should be playing. I'm just crashing into anybody. It slows down.
It has a crash cam, and the cars go end over end. I think however much damage you do, you get points, and then there's an what's it called? I have it in my notes here. An after-touch takedown, where I think you can kind of still control the car a little and continue to damage cars. And then it's all about boosts. You earn boosts, and you go like up to 4 times as fast, and it's just super, super fast. You feel like you're just flying in this game so fast. So it's a really good, and it plays well. No frame rate skipping. Very, very well built game.
Now I want to do a little name drop here, but
I know who you're going to say.
Yeah, friends of ours are gaming off the grid.
I can't think of that game and not think of them.
Yeah, that's who I think of, because they love that game, and they live streamed it so many times. It's crazy,
and everybody loves watching it every time they live stream it. It's a great game.
I like their setup too. I like their little chairs. They sit and talk about I like those guys. They're cool. Never met them.
They are
super cool.
No, we
haven't met them either. Only on
via online like this.
Yeah.
Right on.
Who's
what
next?
You got?
Scott's up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring it up. Game that still looks beautiful to this day.
Oh yeah.
And this is the reason why I have no hair. Metal Slug 3.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Like, it's the same. Like if everybody knows what Metal Slug is.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like it's the side that's very Contra-ish. Graphics, they do. It looks beautiful.
Does.
Difficulty, I don't know if it's just not my genre that I'm good at, but it kicks my ass.
Oh yeah.
Run and gun.
You and Dennis got a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
you and Dennis got a little bit further than this than you and I did.
Well, yeah, because I had to have a partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I haven't completed it.
No.
I had to take a little siesta from it there for a while.
I'm doing a Neo Geo playing guide too with somebody in Denver, and Metal Slug, of course, is like the #1 thing.
Yeah.
And Metal Slug was originally made. Well, let me put it this way: the developers originally made these 2 games called Gunforce 1 or Gunforce and Gunforce 2. And then they went into the Metal Slug series, and that's when it just became kind of perfect. And it's that cartoony yet violent run and gun shooter, not necessarily bullet hell, but one-shot kill. I mean, it's like kind of like Contra. You get shot, you die.
Yeah.
Fun game.
Yeah.
Fun, really fun. But I find it difficult.
I did too.
I do too, but I think you have. I can't remember if this is correct, guys, so don't quote me on this, but I think since it's an arcade port, you can just hit select for more credits. If I remember, like
I don't remember.
I don't know either.
I think you can have like an unlimited lives in that one.
Oh shit, that would be awesome.
Well, no, I think the last time I played it, like unlimited, like continues or whatever. I think we just got stuck. We just kept playing that same level over and over.
Oh
and
no!
over.
Was it? You guys got past that water level, did you not? I feel like you were going like up the screen.
I feel like we were like probably 3/4 of the way through the game, maybe a little bit more, and then we just hit a wall. Just like, okay, I need to take a break.
But I think that's what it was. You guys were going up. You were going from left to right, right to left, up the screen, and then there was just so many things coming at you that you couldn't get past it.
I would think I would have had to look up somebody that knows what they're doing on YouTube there, and get some tips on how to play it.
Yeah, go look at like the no damage. Those guys that play stuff and get like no damage. I'm pretty good at playing games, but I'm not the guy that like can go through Ninja Gaiden with like 1 life or it's just crazy. So I can't find my copy of this game. But to go back to what you were saying about Psychonauts, this is Metal Arms Glitch in the System.
Okay.
And this is a third-person shooter with a focus on kind of humor and over-the-top action. You play a small robot named Glitch, and you're trying to save your fellow robots from an evil army of robots that's kind of like attacking your guys. There's a wide variety of weapons and vehicles. There's multiplayer. It's definitely got really good gameplay. It's got adult themes where like they're cussing and bleeping out everything, really funny. And then, but it's kind of a cutesy design to the game. It is. I can't believe this game is so forgotten. It is such a good game. I highly recommend it.
It sounds familiar, but
I know your list, and I think I know which game it is, but I have never played it, and I don't even own a copy.
Yeah. I could only find my one on the PlayStation 2 back here on my shelves. I don't know what I did with my original Xbox copy, so who knows? Who knows where it is? But I'll overlay the gameplay, and you guys can see what that looks like.
Exactly.
What you got for us, Jen?
All right, Jenny's next. Oh, she's excited for this one. Maybe I'll switch it up on her.
No, what? Just do it. Oh my god.
Obscure.
I cannot tell you how many times.
One of the very, very few couch co-op survival horror games.
And not split screen.
Not split
screen, yeah. I can't tell you how many times Scott asked me to play this game.
She kept veto.
And I was like, no, let's try something else. And Teddy was little at the time, and that was part of the reason I don't remember a lot about Half-Life 2, because I played it while I was also training Teddy, so I'd have to stop and play when he was sleeping. But this was one of the ones where we're like, well, we have the Xbox upstairs, we can't really go downstairs, let's go play it. Oh my god, it's so cheesy, it's so like late 90s horror, like teenage
high
horror.
School 90s feel,
Yes. Some 41
plays right up the startup, I think. There.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
Now there's one particular spot that I remember, because when you're 2-player on the same screen, you can take over the camera.
Yeah.
And there was a spot where there was 2 doors and it came around a 90-degree.
Yeah.
So we were literally on different screens.
Yeah.
Technically. And because there was a monster coming from each side at the same time, and we got taken out a bunch of times in that same area, I said, you stay there. I'm going to go and I'm going to get this scene to start up, and the monster will come out. I'll have the camera and shoot. And then she takes the camera back over and she's on her side, shoot. And we kept jumping back and forth. And that's how we beat it. But it was crazy. That adds to the difficulty.
Yes.
I don't know if you're frozen or really, really like interested in my story.
So no, I'm just I was listening intently. That game is one of those that I played very little of, but I remember, I think it's the one with the high school kids, right?
Yes, they get locked in the
now you can kill them off and lose them, eh? Like, and then on the map it shows a little chalk outline of where you lost the kid.
That's what blew my mind. Once you lose a character, they're dead.
Gone. Yeah, we didn't have all of them.
There is, I think there's an obscure 2.
Yes,
and then there's the aftermath, and I think that's on
on
Wii.
PS2 though. Can't get it on Xbox.
I think the Wii has a version.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is on the Wii.
Yep.
And then there is a third one, but it's completely different.
Really?
I think it's side scroll.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's
not the same.
It's not the same game at all.
Well, at least they tried.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
I don't even know that they tried.
Nope. No, they didn't.
But just like hearing them talk is hilarious. Like the conversation and interactions. The controls are a little bit.
They're not that bad.
Well,
they're really not.
They're
that
hard
bad.
to get used to at first, and then
I think it was the stealing the camera, because whoever has the control of the camera, the person following them has to be tight on their butt.
But having to use your flashlight too to keep the monsters away.
Yeah, the
and
monster
the
will come, and one person can hit him with the flashlight and it weakens them, and the other person can shoot.
That reminds me of Alan Wake a little. Alan Wake came later, but that reminds me of that kind of flashlight weakens the monsters. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
This unfortunately is pretty damn pricey now.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I got my copy cheap a long time ago.
We did too.
We did too.
Not that bad.
We got lucky.
PS2 versions.
We don't even have it. It's way too expensive.
Way more expensive.
I think it's up around the $200 range if I had to guess for the PS2.
I am trying to get.
Maybe not quite.
We're talking Xbox here, but PS2. I got Haunting Ground, but I'm trying to get Quan and Rule of Rose, but it's
so
ridiculous.
I am too.
Ridiculous. But that's what
we got Haunting Ground. What?
There's emulators.
I'm in the process of trying to set up a gaming laptop for an emulator, for emulation for games that are like, $1,000 game that I'm like, never.
So for each of these playing guides and series that are going to be in a playlist, I want to do an emulator for each. There is an Xbox emulator. It's not perfect, but you were talking about Cold Fear being updated. Needing an update.
Yes.
There are people out there that go and do like new textures you can load into games. You see that kind of in Dolphin emulator for the Wii, or I think the PS2 has that. PCSX2X or PCSX2 has that now. I don't know if the Xbox emulator has that, but fans make updated versions. The PS3 emulator has Drakengard. They fixed the game. It had all these frame rate issues on the PS3.
Yeah.
And these fans just fixed it. So
correct me if I'm wrong. Did I not watch a video of yours where you did that? Was it Haunting Ground?
Yes. The PS2. Yeah. So my PS2 playlist. And I haven't done the kind of player's guides yet, but that starts out with those, how to set up your emulator. I'm gonna do one more video on that. But I think the way the prices are going, you want to play it any way you can. Of course.
Yes.
Always use your legally obtained copy from your physically owned game.
There you go.
Gotta say that.
Gotta get that in there.
Yes. Yeah. All my arcade machines are out there in the garage. It's 100 of them. That's where I got all my arcade ROMs from. Took them right off the machines. So, okay. Bam. Look at that.
I love this game.
You do.
I was disappointed you took it on the list.
Well, we could have compromised, and traded. This is this the last in the series? I think it is, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah. Also the cheapest in the series too.
Yeah. So, all right. For anybody who doesn't know, Panzer Dragoon. This is a rail shooter. It's set in the post-apocalyptic fantasy world. And instead of being a shooter where you fire in one direction, like a rail shooter, you're still kind of like firing in an area. It's kind of like, all around the dragon. You have to keep an eye out.
You're moving the camera
in every direction.
The dragon.
It has 3 different, I don't know what you call them, forms, I think is what they were called for the dragon. You have like a strong attack, a defensive, a faster, like you'd move slow with the strong attack, but you're more powerful.
Yeah.
A defensive one, you were weaker, but you were faster, and kind of like the neutral all around damage and speed of the dragon. It does have branching paths. If I remember correctly, it has endings. It has you can unlock the first Panzer Dragoon on this.
Yes. You have to play it through, and then there's something that you had to do. I never went and unlocked it. I can't remember what it was there.
Do you remember the side mission, what do they call them, submissions of the enemy? Eva was his name, I think. Eva.
Can't remember.
You play as a young kid whose dad died, and you're playing on the opposite side of the Imperial forces or whatever they're called, attacking the dragon. And there's this.
I think that's what you had to play to unlock the first game.
Yeah, you had to unlock also the submissions, but it was like the enemy missions, and you play as the enemy. And it's like this really sad story. This kid, his dad died, then you're getting beat up by the main character here, and in the end, it's a really sad ending. So that's almost better than the story in this, is the enemy story, which is like these unlockable side missions. What else do I have on here? I remember there's a lot of I think unlockable dragons too, and maybe some saddles or something. I think you can unlock a blue dragon and some other there's a code you can enter to do a white dragon or something. There's a ton of secrets in this game. So if you look up,
I'm not one that'll go and try to unlock everything. I like to play through the game there, and if then later on, a few years later, if I enjoyed it, then I'll go back and I'll play it again, and I'll get that new game plus, and I'll unlock stuff later.
Well, if you want to do it the lazy way, there are, and this is the way I like to do it. If I have a game that has a bunch of racing tracks, I just want to play, I don't want to sit there and unlock everything. There's game saves all over the internet and programs to get it onto your Xbox. You might need an older computer, an adapter. I have one, my old laptop, and I can get the Xbox saves on my laptop. What was it? Action Replay. I think they made a disc as well that had stuff like that, save files.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So yes, Panzer, Dragoon, Orta, and we need another one in the series, please.
Yes.
What was their name? Well, Sega publisher, but who was the Smilebit? Smilebit was.
I thought graphically it still looks fantastic.
I remember you playing it, and I thought that too.
Hold on.
Oh, my puppy dog is waking up.
I'll show you guys some of my prized possessions here. There's Panzer Dragoon 1.
Oh, nice.
There's number 2. And this is a key. This is Saga.
Oh, wow.
This is more of the RPG one. So I really do love the series. And
I would love them. I've never had to. If I ever get my hands on a Saturn, I'd have to mod it or something, because the games are ridiculous.
Yeah, I bought my brother's collection, but that mod to play them off SD card is an SD card. Yeah, it's really good. That's
okay.
Just got to find someone to do it. I'll send you a Saturn. We'll figure it out. We'll get you one.
I'll buy you a Saturn.
You're gonna have to get some more artwork up in here. I don't know.
There we go.
Oh, that sounds great. I don't have to do anything.
Honey, just make this guy another painting, will ya? trying to build my game collection here.
Nice big Panzer Dragoon painting there. We look phenomenal in that room.
Well, Jen, if you guys don't know, Jen is an absolutely incredible artist. You got to check out their channel, Retro Rivals. Again, they have all types of different gaming videos, discussions, get to know a gamer. And one of the things Jen does is these video game art pieces. You can see one in the background behind them. Is that Metroid? Or
Metroid.
Yeah.
Super Metroid.
It's like
I have so much more appreciation for that now since I played the game. I just played it before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's hand painted. That's not like they printed it.
That's not a poster.
Yeah, they printed it and wrapped it on a canvas. She hand painted that, the little Super Nintendo
COVID painting
logo and everything. So highly talented lady.
Gotta be over 100 hours on that.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I just sat there.
I laughed there when people like, oh, how much would it cost to paint that? I'm like, well, it's like over 100 hours. Like, what do you get paid an hour at work? Like, you know,
that's just it.
100.
Right?
I mean, I think you could sell it for $2,500 easy.
I know.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It'll never leave my collection.
No, yeah. I mean, like if you were doing a side business with artwork, you know, you could charge quite a bit for those. So that's a lot of.
Yeah.
That's original artwork.
I don't know if that's my bulldog farting or my wife, but
it's not me. I smelled it.
Well, I'm the only one in here, so I got no one else.
Nobody to cough at.
I am like drowning in it over here, trying to keep a straight face, and I'm just like, I need a snorkel or something. I'm like, good Lord.
Wait till I have 3 Great Danes, Groot, Rocket, and Gamora, and they're like horse farts, man. Middle of the night, I've been like, good God.
See, Teddy's silent.
Teddy peel the paint off the wall. You're like, there's no question when the dog does
silent,
it. Like,
silent but Teddy.
Silent but Teddy.
Yeah, that's a silent but Teddy. All right, what you guys have 2 more games? I think I have 1 more. Oh no, I have 2 more. You have 2 more.
We got 3
more.
3 more.
All right.
Yeah. You're next.
Think it's my turn?
Yep.
Nice. This is probably my favorite racer on the console.
Yes.
And it is Outrun 2.
So good.
Dude. Like the first time I put this in and played it, Dennis was here. And we'd play it and we would hand the controller back and forth and we're trying to unlock all the stuff. Yeah. And just to sit there.
Oh, the backgrounds.
The backgrounds
so
still look beautiful. Yeah. Like the pyramids and stuff. And we got it on the big 65-inch screen. Yeah. You'd think it would look blown out and crappy, but it doesn't. It still looks amazing. It's so good. And there's this. I love the drifting mechanic in this game there. It's so fun. The racing in this game is I don't know. It's one of my there's 2 Outrun games on this console. Yeah. The other one's 2006, and that's way
coast
more
to coast.
expensive.
Yeah.
But this one is way more affordable, and I recommend this to everybody. I can't remember who I recommended it to there just recently. I think they did a bunch of their favorite racing games, and I said, you got to go out and get this one.
Well, could it have been Square Pegs, maybe?
Yes, it was Square Pegs. I do believe. I said, dude, you got to play this one. It's well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Well worth it. I love it.
Yeah.
Arcade racer, if people aren't familiar with Outrun.
So, with Outrun, I have a Pizza Hut. I'm from Parker, Colorado, and there's a Pizza Hut in that town, and they had Outrun, like one of the older ones than that.
Yeah.
And I remember we used to go to Pizza Hut, and I'd go over the 2 arcade machines. One of them was Outrun, and that was awesome then. Outrun 2, 2006 Coast to Coast, I have both of them. They're amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I think they go back all the way to the Master System, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
There's a guy I know that not only. He has them all for every system, every single Outrun ever made. And he's got these pictures of just all of them. And on the Xbox, they are, they age really well, I guess is the way to put it.
Really
Yes,
well.
they do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, the frame rate keeps up. I mean, you don't really have any problems on that Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I had no problems at all when we played it. Like I said, it's still like we got it on a 65-inch screen there, and it still looks great.
Because I remember playing it for a little bit, and I felt like it controlled really smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I really, really
it's an easy racer to pick up.
It is a really easy racer to pick up.
Yeah. Now, is there another one after? I'm trying to think of like the latest one. I'm drawing a blank. There's 2006 Coast to Coast. Was there another one that came out in the systems after? It wasn't like an Outrun 3, was there?
I don't think so.
I do believe 360 has an HD of it or something.
Okay.
I don't know if it's 2006 or if it's an Outrun 3 or what. But
they gotta stay in the game like Forza and Need for Speed.
Yeah.
I mean, arcade racers are what I like. I don't like simulation racers.
Me too. I'm an arcade racer. Simulations, I'm not that good at them,
but they're not as fun to me.
It's boring. They get boring.
Yeah.
You know, but all right.
Yeah, the only other thing I'm seeing is, and this would have came out before, would have been Outrun 2019 on the Sega Genesis. There's other ones here too, but yeah, it doesn't seem like there is anything out after that. Yeah.
There probably is some re-release or something.
I know they have it on the PSP. Would that have?
Yeah,
that would have.
I have
later?
2006 on the PSP.
Yeah,
it's right over. I can see it right here. Yeah, 2006. But again, it's going to be better on the Xbox than the PSP.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
All right, this is 100% a hidden gem. Nobody talks about this game. It's a forgotten game. I mean, hardly anybody know about it. I didn't know about it until I saw it, I think, on Metal Jesus' video. And this is a game called Yager.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
We don't have it either.
I got this sealed for $10 on eBay.
Oh, shit.
And that was a few years ago. But the sealed games have kind of gone crazy. You can see the quality. I mean, it's... I unwrapped it and I played it. And
I'm going to take that away from Teddy.
Teddy's chewing on a bone.
Oh, he's pushing it all around the floor.
Teddy, you're messing up the stream.
Hey, buddy, you're going to have to
bring Teddy on. Have Teddy on.
I'm surprised he hasn't stuck his big fat head.
Well, my Great Danes usually come in through that door.
I was expecting this stream to be full of dogs. I haven't seen one yet.
Well, this is a flight sim game.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that.
Teddy. So it's a flight sim game. Now, I was talking about Panzer, Dragoon, Orta as a rail shooter. This is more of a first person. You can also have a third person view, but it's a first person. You know, you point towards the ships that are flying around and you shoot them down. A lot of the time you're protecting bases. If I remember correctly, you kind of like work for this company and you have to protect from like pirates coming to steal resources or whatever. I can't remember too much of it, but surprising to see Chemco on there. They have kind of a weird variety of games.
No, I had to take
it away. But anyway, guys, check out Yager. Check out Yager. That is
Teddy.
too funny.
You might have to go give him that bone back.
Yeah, you give him his bone back. I don't think anybody cares.
Well, it's better than hearing that, right?
You get cut out for a second. That's fine.
Did you
chew
it on your bed?
Poor guy.
That dog is so spoiled. You have no idea.
Oh, he does. He has 3 spoiled babies.
That's Jen's baby.
Oh, I got my big baby.
No, you know how do you know how I knew your dogs were spoiled? When you sent me those pictures of everything that was chewed up, and I was like, oh, they just are like, we'll do it anyways. Daddy will still have it.
Groot.
Luckily,
Groot got Groot got in trouble the most. He was the first one. After you have 3, you know, you just kind of get used to your stuff being destroyed. All right, guys, you guys are up.
Okay,
it's Jenny's turn.
My turn.
I don't think we'll have a problem talking about this game.
Nope.
I haven't played it though.
I am so disappointed in you in every way, shape possible.
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2.
Remake's coming out.
I will be buying it.
Yes.
I hadn't played a Silent Hill game at all. Dennis got me to play the first one. Dennis was the reason I played it. And I was like, why haven't I played Silent Hill before? And then for a long time, I just kind of like put Silent Hill to the side. I was playing everything Resident Evil. And this is such a phenomenal game with such a great story. Pyramid Head. Like, the first time he came on the screen
Lost.
I didn't even know what the hell I was supposed to do. I'm like, how do I defeat this guy?
Yep.
And you just kind of gotta let him do his thing and run away from him, and then he goes away. But I still can't wrap my head completely around this story. But the gameplay was so good. There were so many elements to it that I loved. And like the puzzle factors weren't hard in it. It's just a phenomenal survival horror.
I've only played a little bit.
Yeah.
And the one that I played, I think it was the PS3 HD version, which I don't think it was well received.
Yeah.
I think this got some problems. I didn't play that many. I made a couple hours. Apparently the
worst way to play it.
Apparently, yeah. I played for a couple hours. But, again, it's not my genre. So.
I mean, if you went back and played this now, some people would probably think, the voice acting was a little bit corny at times. But I'm just excited to see what they can do with the remake, too.
I'm curious to know here, performance-wise, is this one of these games that performed better on the Xbox than the PS2? Does anybody know that here?
Yeah.
We have the greatest hits version. We don't have the block.
I can't imagine it didn't. I mean, I think a lot of when we talk about Xbox versus PS2, I mean, the PS2 had 4,000 games made for it or whatever, but the Xbox almost always had better gameplay. And I think the instances where the PS2 is better, like very few and far between, like under 10 games. And
if memory serves me correctly too, there's multiple endings in this game, isn't there?
I don't remember.
Teddy.
Dang,
I
Teddy.
think there is, but I can't remember because I don't really go and try to unlock. I won't make a save state and then try to do the next ending. I just go for the best ending. I'll look that up. What's the best ending? Let's do that one.
You can always go on YouTube and check it.
Exactly.
That's what I usually do.
When you have to play through the entire game again, I have a backlog that's so big that I have to. I gotta move on to the next game and 100% them. But
yeah.
Well, I guess there's a bunch of different Silent Hill games, but I'm glad that they're remastering too, because we had PT, which was that demo, and that's delisted. You can't
Playable
find
trailer,
it.
Yeah.
And it looked really cool. And
I know.
Hopefully this will kind of reboot and
I'm really
get them
shocked they
going
didn't
on the path
do
again and making
with
more
that.
Silent Hill games. One I really want to see that is just gone is Parasite Eve. Parasite Eve has just been Parasite Eve was cool.
You don't even know.
I love Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
Well, before we drop this one here, I'm gonna name drop Game After Gear one more time, because when they played through it, they had their greatest hits copy on the PS2, and they said the greatest hits copy was the better version to play for I don't remember what reason.
Yeah.
And I had asked them, I said, well, I have the Xbox greatest hits copy. Does that have the improvements or whatever they have fixed? And they didn't know. I'm wondering if anybody watching that may know if there's a difference.
Oh my goodness.
Chill out, dude.
For real. You're going to go upstairs.
You're ruining the stream. You're ruining it.
We have got one more game each.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
All right.
Is it my go?
Teddy?
No. You keep trying.
Teddy? Can we do this?
Teddy? Yeah.
Teddy.
Let us do that.
Teddy. All right. I forgot to grab this game. It's back there. There's two of them.
Okay.
It's I always said Otogi, but it's Otogi, I believe is how you say it. Myth of Demons. This is a early From Software game. It's a hack and slash game with focus on kind of like fast-paced hack and slash combat. Now it's set in the mythical. It's like a mythical version of Japan. And you're a spirit warrior tasked with vanquishing demons. Oh my God, we got to cut out of the gameplay and look at this baby. Look at this dummy. Oh my God. Anyway, early From Software game, Teddy. You have destructible environments, variety of enemies. You can unlock a bunch of weapons, and there is a New Game Plus mode for it. And there's two of them. There's 1 and 2.
They're expensive.
And they're expensive.
They're both
I got them
expensive.
cheap. I got them so cheap.
Did you?
And now I guess they're a lot. I think it's Xbox exclusive.
I think so, yeah.
Xbox exclusive. I'm all play. So
It's hard to say.
well, now that's all he wanted was to be in your lap. Oh my god,
That's all he wants.
duty.
Always.
Oh.
If he could get up on this bench, he'd be getting up.
Yeah, he's trying.
He's trying.
Well, you
kicking that one leg. I'm gonna get up there.
All right.
You're the baby.
Well, Scott, you got to close us out then.
All right. This I would consider a hidden gem for myself.
Yes. And it's such a cheap game.
It is a dirt cheap game, and it is another one of those I think it's Lucasfilm.
Yeah, LucasArts.
Sorry. LucasArts game. It is Armed and Dangerous, and the reason why it is a hidden gem to me is because this is one of those games that came out of nowhere, and I laughed so hard. Like, I laughed my butt off so many different times playing this game. It's very Monty Python.
Oh,
he's eating your microphone.
Yes. You stop.
It's graphically, it's. I think they did it on purpose. The characters look so bad, but it's comedically bad. Yeah. Teeth going, voices, like nothing matches up. It's so corny.
So bad it's good.
It's so bad it's good.
Oh yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely laughed like out loud a bunch of times.
I don't feel like you play this game for the game. I think you play it for the cutscenes.
I really think you do. Yeah, because the game itself, you run around, you're shooting.
Humor is hilarious. Like, it's just off the wall.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I really got
Nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about it.
That is definitely a hidden gem. I have a copy. I've only watched gameplay on that one. I think it's just in my backlog, but
friggin' shark gun.
Oh, the shark gun.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shoot a gun, and the shark was in the ground, and then all of a sudden he comes up and grabs the guy.
It's one of those ridiculous games. Yeah.
Ridiculous game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. I think it might be even backwards compatible up to the Xbox One. It was. I'm not sure how far up.
I think Series X did something like a couple hundred of their games, maybe up to 400. I can't remember how many original Xbox games that they did.
Oh, 26.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the Xbox One then.
Like now, the Series X, it might be even low 20s, and they said they're done. They're not doing any more.
Yeah.
Boo.
It's unfortunate.
They've actually taken off games and 360 games since we first started. Since we first bought the Xbox Series X, the amount of backwards compatibility has gotten smaller.
You bought a game based on
I was sold a lie.
Well,
I got all these games I can play on one machine.
You can get a component cable, everybody. You can get a Retro Tink 5X is what I have. It's expensive, but it does the job. It does really good upscaling. Now, we did have a couple of honorable mentions, okay?
Yes.
So that was our first 20 games. We're going to do 5 honorable mentions, but these are no-brainer picks too, but they have been ported and better versions have been ported. And I'm going to rattle them off real quick.
Yeah.
And we got 5 of them here for you. We'll do a follow-up video.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's so many
Halo,
great games on the Xbox.
Obviously, it's number 1 game on the system.
It's an obvious.
You can get it for dirt cheap, but there was an anniversary edition made for the 360. Fable, same thing. Anniversary edition made for the 360, but the Fable games are awesome. Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, San Andreas, they just came out with those for various platforms. I think all 3 of the current gens have the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. It's San Andreas, Vice City, and what is the other one? 4? I can't remember what the other one is on that. Splinter Cell. Oh my God, Splinter Cell was so amazing the first time I played that game.
They actually are backwards compatible in the Series X and absolutely look amazing.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Shockingly good.
Wow.
When I played it. Yeah.
Well,
shockingly good.
There was a Splinter Cell trilogy. I know it was on the PS3. I don't remember if it was on the 360 as well, but they have the updated HD version of Splinter Cell 1 on that. And one of my favorite series of all time, that is Knights of the Old Republic. There are a lot of places to play that with some better updated graphics, including PC, but there's other versions that came out. But Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars, love that game. Very, very cool. Very cool characters. And I guess they're doing a reboot of that too. There's a teaser trailer.
Yes, I heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a teaser trailer, but it only shows Revan. It only shows the main character, Revan. It shows him briefly, and that's it. It's like a 30-second short with some text, and then it shows him, I think, and that's it.
Yeah.
So there's 5 honorable mentions for you. I would love to do a follow-up to this video.
Oh God, us too.
I still have a stack over there that I had to. Like...
Are you?
No, I was saving for another video.
Are you
we're gonna save those.
Okay.
I saw his honorable mentions, and a couple of those are actually hidden gems, I think.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
I think so. Saying goodbye.
Well, guys, check out Retro Rivals channel. I will leave a link in the description. I've been on their Get to Know a Gamer podcast or your YouTube cast. Love that dog. And they have all types of different gaming videos, and they also have stuff where, what was it? Jen.
Good Lord.
It's like Jen Plays or Jen's Education or something.
Oh, Gamer Education.
Gamer Education,
yes. Do you know that your month that you gave us of the Gamer's Education was the only month I played all 3 of the games? I played every game because I used to have people pick 3 games for me. I would commit to doing one, but I played every game that you put on that list, and I loved every one of them.
I don't remember what I picked for you now.
Detroit Become Human.
Edith Finch.
Yes, Edith Finch. And
I picked PS4 games. That's what it was.
Yes, there was one other one that you
Pandering
picked.
to her.
And I played that one as well. I played all of them.
Right on. Well,
yeah.
We got to do more collabs. Your channel, my channel.
100%.
You know?
I agree.
100%.
Whatever you want to do. We have a community here.
Yes.
And, you know,
that's the best part about it.
Absolutely. I love their channel. You guys got to check out Retro Rivals. They're way more active
Usually we're
than
not this distracting. This one.
Oh, well, none of my Great Danes came in today. They were on the PlayStation 3 player's guide. Groot came in.
One dog.
He drooled all over my shirt. He was like, ah.
No Xbox fans there in the Great Danes.
Baby
They're
girl.
PS3 fans.
Yeah, usually they'll bust through the door in the middle and just like headbutt me and punch me in the face with their paws. You know, that's what they like to do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us,
guys. If you like this video, leave a like, leave a comment. What Xbox games do you guys enjoy? Yes. Let us know what needs to go in the next player's guide down below. And subscribe to the channel, click the bell for notifications, and we will see you next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you want to connect outside of YouTube, I do have a Twitter where I post video game stuff and top 10 lists, as well as an Instagram where you can see my collection and pickups. I also have a TikTok. You can see Groot, Rocket, and Gamora, my Great Danes, and shorter videos. And I also have a Facebook page you can follow as well. So I look forward to connecting with you.